Hello everyone, it's Zoe from No Safer Place, and today I'm here with a vlog, which is something that I have not done in the longest time, and it is something really exciting. So a few days ago I was invited to the rehearsals of Bring It On the musical in London. Lily, that's my cat. And I'm going to see a rehearsal and then have a chat with the cast afterwards, which is so exciting, and I'm also really nervous. I've never done anything like this before. Not only have I never been to a rehearsal, but I've never interviewed anyone, so I'm nervous. I have all my questions ready. I'm ready to go. So I wanted to take you with me today, show you a little bit of the rehearsals, have a chat with the cast after. So yeah, let's go into London.
And is trying to make the best out of her circumstances, so to speak. So she's in an area very urban, quite low to working class, and her dream is to just go and get a scholarship and go off to university, college in America, and make something of herself. And the dance crew and dancing in general is where she finds joy, but she's quite studious, quite focused. So this is the one space that she finds. She gets creative expression and she finds sort of peace and happiness within that. And so, as Guy said, in this number, Campbell tries to convince her to turn the dance crew into a cheerleading squad to rival Truman, and you'll see if she's successful at that in a minute.
Listen, I had an idea.
Shoot.
So what we're doing is really athletic and dance-oriented and made, to get audiences all fired up. So I was thinking, we could make a squad.
Define squad.
Instead of a crew, would be a squad. A cheerleading squad.
Maybe did make a squad. Who's to say we'd have a shot at winning?
I know what it takes.
Imagine the lights, imagine the people, imagine us in the middle of the crowd, imagine the fame, imagine the fortune. It's all happening. Imagine all the changes, imagine making this neighborhood proud. Screaming out it down loud. It's all happening. The world is gonna watch us shine.
Hell no.
Michael Jordan was a cheerleader.
Stop lying.
Michael Jordan was a member of the Lady varsity basketball team for 2 years before joining the junior varsity
Tell Jordan I'm coming for his spot.
And the truth is, we can do this. But if we start right now and pursue this, we'll get through this. And we know this. But the whole world we can leave behind the world we know. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Can you tell us a little bit more about the characters that you play and what the show's about? Because it's obviously different from the film.
Yes. So I play Nautica. I play Luciana. And we're like a duo within the trio that is us and Danielle. We are part of the Jackson High School, which and originally part of the dance crew, hip hop crew. So that is our main feature. And we end up being a cheerleading crew, maybe. Who knows? Oh no, you already said it.
Spoiler! When were you cast in this? Because obviously this has been postponed for a long time now.
It's been different for all of the different.
Yeah.
I was cast in the original cast like over 2 years ago.
Oh my god.
I literally been saying this for 2 years.
You've been waiting a long time for this day.
And mine was May this year, so it's still very fresh.
Yeah.
And it's quite close to me as a person, so I feel like I just had to connect more inwards, you know, instead of like doing a lot more research.
Yeah.
Researching within myself was what I did basically.
Yeah.
Well, I think as a trans role, you know, I think we have had a lot of trauma, and we've had a lot of like these experiences that we need to be like, wow, like we're playing 16, 17-year-olds at high school, excited with people, and they're still trying to find themselves.
Yeah.
So that's really, I was like, okay, where was I when I was 16, 17?
Your hair is amazing.
Yeah, I just hide myself like.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And do you have a favourite song or a favourite moment from the show?
Yes, there's quite a few. There's actually, I have a lot of like amazing moments I love. Like It's All Happening is really beautiful.
Yeah.
I think it's the beginning of us, like that there's a bigger world out there, you know? And to me the melody of it is super, super beautiful, and and we're with a community, which is really beautiful.
Yeah.
And we also have a song that we do
that we share, and it's called
It Ain't No Thing. And it's beautiful, and it's a beautiful message.
It's so fun to do.
I'm really excited for that.
I can't wait to see that. I'm going to be there on Gala Night at the South Bank. I will be there. One of my favourite films, so...
I love it.
Me too.
I'm obsessed with all the films.
Yeah.
I'm not like I know them, but I only watch film once. Like I don't watch them again.
Yeah, I watch them repeatedly.
Even though I love it, I'm like I love that. But
I've seen that though.
Because I just have a very short span of attention span. So
Yeah.
it's like if I've seen it and if I know what's coming, I'm like I can't.
Yeah.
And the cast are amazing. Like, we just get on with it.
It looks like so much fun.
It is
Yeah.
so much fun. You need a lot of energy.
Yeah. That was one of my questions. It seems like a really physically demanding show. How did you prepare for a role like this?
Do you know what? I think I was in like the worst place because we'd obviously been off for a year and a half.
Yeah.
If I'd just come in from another contract, I probably would have found it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
But your body adapts really quick, especially when you take on a role like this. Like I live, eating and breathing Campbell.
Can you tell us a little bit more about Campbell and the story itself?
Yeah, so Campbell is a young like dream big type of girl. She lives and breathes cheerleading. She's so ambitious. She knows she can live a limitless life when it comes to cheerleading, and she'll do absolutely anything to get there. I think she has some life lessons along the way, and she actually realises what is actually important, and that's her like journey of the show. And she makes some amazing friends, some true friends throughout the show, which, you know, friendship can teach you a lot in life. But yeah, she just a dream big, and she's super talented, and she believes in herself.
I saw on social media that you've just finished cheer camp. How was cheer camp? It looked so good.
Do you know what? I am like a fearless girl, and I live off adrenaline, like I'm an adrenaline junkie. So when I first stepped in, I said to the choreographer, throw me up in the air, I want to do every trick. And when Fabian says to me, well, we're only going to lift you to there, I'm like, no, I want to go higher. I love it, and I love the fact that I'm learning a new skill, because that's what I love about the show. When people go watch the show, they're going to be so amazed, because it's not just dancing, singing and acting, there's the cheer element as well.
Do you have a favourite moment or a favourite song in the show?
I think my favourite number of the show so far, I know because we're still in rehearsals, is Cross the Line. So it's Jackson's performance at the Nationals, and oh my, I love it. As soon as that song comes on, I get goosebumps. It's like my favourite number. It's an amazing routine that we do.
Yeah. You was in 9 till 5. How different is that to this? It's just so different, isn't it?
It's so different. I think number one because I had two other leading ladies leading the show with me.
Yeah.
So the pressure was shared. You know, this show is very much Campbell orientated, which I think is a huge challenge for me personally, and I love that. And there's so much more dancing. I mean, although 9 to 5 was a huge sing for me, this is like, I'm really having to work on the dance aspect, which is really nice, because I feel like I haven't danced since college. So.
Yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see it on Gala night. I will be there.
Enjoy.
Thank you. I love your hair. That's not related to the show at all, but it's amazing. Can you tell us a little bit about your character and the show in itself? Because obviously it's very different from the film, which we're all used to.
Yeah, so I play a character called Ava, and she is very young. She's the youngest of all of the cheerleaders. She's actually in the year below everyone, and she comes to tryouts, and she hasn't done cheer before, and she's just like a little lamb, and she basically makes it onto the team by the skin of her teeth, and then she works her way up in the squad, and then she eventually becomes captain, and we aren't too sure why until we get to the second act. But it all becomes clear. No spoilers.
No spoilers, yeah. When were you cast for this? Because obviously this has been postponed for such a long time. And I mean, someone was saying that they were only cast in May, and then nearly 2 years ago, so...
Yeah, so I was cast in February 2020.
Wow.
And then I remember I was packing my bags to move to London, because I'm coming from the Midlands. So I was packing my bags, I had the suitcase packed, and then all of a sudden everything was pulled, and it all went, really bad. So yeah, it's been a long time, long wait.
Yeah.
I think we're all like really ready for it now.
Yeah. How did you prepare for the role? Because obviously it's a physically demanding one, so...
Yeah, so I actually have a little bit of a cheerleading background. So I kind of took the reins on a lot of the stunts and stuff, and in cheer camp I did a lot of like coaching and things to help everyone out. But yeah, I think I can say for a lot of us we've all been like in the gym.
Yeah. And the last question, what's your favourite moment or your favourite song from the show?
My favourite moment is probably when my character has a massive breakdown in the end of Act 2, and she turns into a bit of a creature, a bit of an animal.
And I think one of the hardest bits was bar 2 people who had some cheer experience, the rest of the company had no cheer experience whatsoever. So we had to teach them that skill set that they didn't have.
Yeah. Even as an audience member, it's been hard, so I can't imagine how it must have been for you.
It's I mean, I think there's been two sides of it. One, it's incredibly scary. I mean, I had COVID, and it kind of changed my whole DNA and perception of life because I got it quite bad. But then even not being able to do anything for long periods, watching things just fall away, watching friends walk away from the industry, I think it starts to put everything into perspective, and you realize it's not about the money, although it is about the money because we have to pay bills. But you start to realize we can all do other things. I mean, like so many people were working at Sainsbury's and Asda and Burmese and all this. But I think they all fall back because we realize it's a calling. It's just you can't do anything else. This cast is special. I don't say that often. I might love all the cast that I've worked with, but there's something incredibly special about this cast. They have a fierceness, and you've got to make them authentic without killing the cast. Yeah. Oh, I've loved talking to you.
Yeah, thank you. And can you tell us a little bit more about your character and the show in general? Because obviously it's different from the film.
So my character Cameron, he's a basketballer, very cool. Thinks he's like cooler than probably he actually is. He's going out with Danielle, who's also seen as like the cool girl in school. But he obviously sees sport as his way out. He idolises Michael Jordan and kind of wants to replicate what he's done in the sporting world.
Yeah.
And everyone's on his case about wanting to be a cheerleader. Campbell lies to us and says Michael Jordan was a cheerleader. Apparently he wasn't. And she lies and says that the winning team gets a scholarship. Sorry, that's spoilers. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. And you got cast in this like 2 years ago, didn't you? Over 2 years ago?
So they started talking to. They sent us interest in end of 2018.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was just finishing a tour at the time, and then I went to the West End and did a dart show. And then I met with the guys, went and met with Fabian, did a little dance, and then a couple of weeks later they were like, look, we would love to get you involved, is it something you'd be happy to do? Just chatted it through with my agent and we were like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
And that was probably May 2019.
So you've been sitting on this for a long time.
Yeah, so it's been a long time coming. And then like January 2020 time, I remember thinking, right, I've got 4 months to rehearsals, I've got a gym membership, started working out.
Yeah.
Like February came around and we started seeing all these things happening in China.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, it's not really going to affect us. And then it got a bit closer and it started creeping towards the UK.
Yeah.
It's a real learning curve. And I knew coming into the show it was going to be difficult and it wasn't going to be nothing I've ever done before.
Yeah.
But kind of understanding my character and the role that he plays, I knew it would be a great stepping stone into kind of the
theatre world,
relate to the Cameron character. He's
Yeah.
a sportsman. You know, he's not an extrovert, but he's not an introvert. He's in that middle ground. Like he's using sport to get out of his situation, which is kind of something that I've done.
Yeah.
So it's something that I'm very related to. The hip hop side of things does tricks.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a great kind of introduction to the theatre.
Yeah. And how was cheer camp?
Cheer camp was fun.
Yeah.
Cheer camp was fun. It was fun, but at the same time, like we know like the cheerleading side of things in this show, because we want to make it as impressive as possible. It's really difficult stuff that we're doing.
Yeah.
And you have to be switched on and focused, especially if you're doing 8 shows a week and you're tired. You're throwing these girls up 10 feet up in the air.
Yeah.
It's important that we know what we're doing. So we take it very seriously, and we do cheer every day for an hour.
Yeah.
Just to kind of recap through everything and go through everything. But it's as much a hip hop show as it is a cheerleading show.
Yeah. I can't wait to see you on gala night. I am going to be there.
I'd like the ticket as well.
Okay, so I just got home. You've probably watched all of the footage now. They performed 2 different songs, and I also had a chance to chat with a lot of the cast after. The only person that I didn't get to speak to was Vanessa Fisher, who plays Danielle, and I didn't get to speak to her because we ran out of time. I only managed to just get Lewis Smith in at the end there, and even then I had to cut that short because I overran and I was the last person there. So I just had so so much fun. It was just such a unique experience. I'm really interested to see what those numbers look like when I go to the press night next month. It's just going to be so exciting. And just getting to speak to a cast who have been waiting over 2 years for this moment now, because that was when the show was first announced and they first got told some of their roles. It's just crazy. And they were all so excited and so lovely, and I just had the best time. If you'd have told me a few years ago that I would be interviewing such amazing people and being lucky enough to go to the rehearsals, I wouldn't have believed you. And also, I took this amazing notepad with me and wrote loads of notes in it, because why not? It's such a gorgeous stagey notebook, and I'm so sorry if you can still hear my cat in the background scratching to get in with me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that footage. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be because I took about an hour and a half of footage, so I'm going to try and condense it as much as I can and only keep in the super interesting bits. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that usual good stuff. Also, you can turn on the notification bell to be notified when I upload new videos, which is usually once a week. I will also be posting a review once I've seen the show officially on press night in December. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. Let me know what you'd like to see more of on my channel, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. Bye. Also just realised you can see my makeup mark where I wore my mask all the time, so that's nice.